I've always enjoyed trying new stuff, and I've been dying to get my hands on a new pen, and it's called a Sailor pen.
So Sandra, what is the difference between the Sailor Fountain Pen and the Lamy Safari?
So, the difference between one of these and my Lamy Safari pen, not a Lamy Safari pen, is the tip. So, this is my Lamy, and it's got a normal sort of pointy tip, which I love. I do love my Lamy Safari. Sailor pen, however, is, I don't know if you can see it, I'm not sure where the focus is lying here, but the end, the very tip, bends backwards. I think it's 55 degrees or something. So it kind of like juts out. So that's what the difference is.
So what are you doing here?
Well, I just thought before I started using it to draw, I'd just test it out a little bit and see the marks I can make with it. And I was really impressed. It's really smooth. You didn't get on with this pen, did you? But I really liked it.
Mine just kept on clogging.
Maybe it was the wrong ink. I was using Noodlers Bulletproof Ink with this, and that seemed to work very well. But you can see, because of the way you hold the pen, you can make really, really thick lines, but you can also make the tiniest hairlines. So that's what I thought was so impressive, because I've not yet found, I can't do that with my Lamy Safari. So I decided I'd have a go at just doing a little sketch. Quite like the variety of lines, because you get a variety without even trying.
Don't people use this for calligraphy as well?
Yes, I think, I don't know this, but I have a feeling that's what it was originally designed for, actually.
Oh, right.
Also the Pentel brush pen, I think that was designed for calligraphy. But I say I really enjoyed the fact you don't really have to try too much to get that nice variety. It just seems to happen anyway. But I'm just using it, you know, holding it like a normal pen at the moment and just using the main part. But then as I get to the thicker sort of line, you know, where the shadow areas are,
Yeah.
the under the nose, and you know where the kind of body parts meet, I'll start using the thick part of the pen to bring those shadows out. But you can also see I'm using the very fine points. I'm turning the pen upside down almost and using the very fine tip to do those little shadows.
So to get the fatter bits, you just sort of flatten the nib. So
I lay the nib completely down flat, like I'm doing here. Now you can see here, that is just one stroke holding the pen completely flat to the page, whereas to begin with, I just held it more of a slight angle. I suppose it takes a bit getting used to, but it's really nice to know that you only have to have one pen to do all of this variety of lines. You don't have to take 3 different pens with you, which I really liked. And you can see here, again, I'm just doing those really, really fine tip lines, and I've just turned the pen the other way. What did you find then? You said you didn't really get on with yours. What was your...
Well, the main problem for me was clogging, and I don't think I'm very good with fountain pens. Like, you're quite neat, whereas I'm quite messy. And I just find I stick my hand in them as well, and it blots and things like that. So what are you trying here?
So I just thought I'd do an old lady. She looked a bit lonely, and I thought maybe she needs a date. So in comes old man. No, I was just playing. I'd started, and I thought, this is actually quite fun. You need to try things, more than 10 minutes.
Did they meet on Tinder or anything?
No, I think it was Match.com. I think it was Match.com or eHarmony. I can't remember. Yeah. So I thought I'd better draw her a date. So again, here we go. I'm just using the basic. I'm just holding the pen in a pretty basic way. But yeah, he's got his sticks. I actually really like drawing old people for some reason. I love the way they sort of stand, and you can really get their character by just their the way they hold themselves, I think. Yeah. Anyway, here we go again. So I've done the main lines. I'm going to go in now with the flatter part of the pen to get those darker shadows in.
Have you tried this with water, or is this a non-soluble ink?
No, this is a bulletproof ink, so it isn't water soluble, no. But you could use water soluble pen.
Ink,
Obviously,
you mean, yeah?
Yeah, sorry, water soluble ink, that's what I meant. Yeah, that's what I have in my Lamy Safari. And then I can sort of go in with a brush and pull the darks in. But this one is really good because if you want to work over the top with watercolour, then of course it's not going to run.
And what's it called again? Noodlers?
This ink was Noodlers Bulletproof Ink, and it doesn't clog the pen. Certainly hasn't clogged mine yet anyway. I actually looked up what was a good ink to use with this pen, and I'd seen it in an urban sketching book as well. So it's, it seems to work for the people I've read that have been speaking about it. So I thought I'd try it, and yeah, it's fine. Because I've ruined so many fountain pens by using the wrong ink without realising. You have to use the right inks because they will clog and they just ruin.
Can you unclog them? Because I'm wondering where to try something in mine. Can you unclog a fountain pen?
I haven't had any luck.
No.
I've watched YouTube videos, and there are people I think have used like alcohol to try and unclog them, but with varying degrees of success. Generally speaking, with all of the ones I've ruined, they were ruined good and proper, and it was after just one use and then leaving it, which was just so frustrating because they're not cheap.
No.
So I'm going in again with the shadows, and it starts to develop a bit more depth and a bit more character. I thought he ought to have some eyes. Look at his new lady friend.
Where they going? Bingo or something?
Yes, good guess. And then fish and chips afterwards. Oh, or a carton. Why not check out our previous videos, and don't forget to subscribe so you never miss your Art Kick Sunday. Meanwhile, you can check out our podcast and find the creative challenges we have coming up at www.kickinthecreatives.com. Back soon.